Hello, everyone. Hello. This is everyone's favorite grandma, Granny R. I hope everyone can hear me. I do apologize in advance. I just to be able to get out of my apartment lately, I've had to have all my safety gear on, my face shield, my mask. I have to wash my hands. I have to change my panties just to be on the safe side. This is what the government has asked us to do to keep everyone safe. So I want to do my part. So here I am. It is a little, it's a little annoying. Um, uh, to be honest, now that I'm out of the apartment and away from anyone, this is. I'm sorry, but that lasted a whole 30 seconds. You know what? At my age, if they don't like it, they can shoot me, lock me up, throw away the key. I've just had about enough of all this stuff. So, phew. Now that's a little better. Now that you guys can hear me, I do want to explain a little bit what's going on this evening and why I'm here and my grandson's not. Boy, my hair. I can't wait for the hairdressers to open. So yes, a little bit why I'm here. Again, my grandson called me this evening. He's really not feeling good. Poor little Ron. And he's been working very hard on these stories, and he was looking forward to tonight. He really had a good story. That's what he says every week, that he has a really good story. And oof, boy, some aren't really all that good. But anyway, he sure does put me to sleep. So he calls me up this evening, and he's feeling under the weather. Poor little boy, poor little thing. I hope he gets well. But I guess he's got the runs. Poor little boy's got the shits again. Let's just hope this time he doesn't let it out into his pants and have to call on his father to help him again. He is a grown boy after all. So he calls me and asks me to fill in for him, and because I have been on his show before and I give him a little plug, he thought that I could fill in. So here I am, because we can't say no to our grandchildren. And we do everything we can for them. So he asked me to fill in, and even though this is last minute, he didn't appreciate the fact last time that I told the world that he shit himself. And but that's what happens when you let an elderly lady and a camera and the way they talk. So he probably won't appreciate the story I have for you this evening either. It's not really so much a story because, again, I'm not really prepared. But I figure I will talk a little bit about Ron and my grandson and growing up a little bit. And one thing that little Ron stood apart from most boys growing up, even in grade 5 and grade 6 back in elementary school. And even though typically the boys like to play with trucks and cars and race tracks and stuff, well, Ron did as well. But he liked to play with his dollies as well. So, and there's no shame in that. Good on him for doing that. And there was a trend going on at the time, grade 5, grade 6, where this Cabbage Patch dollies and stuff, they were a big trend at the time. And Ron, seeing how he liked his dolls, Ron worked hard and saved up all his money, and he bought himself his own little Cabbage Patch doll. And here I do have a picture. I fiddled around through my photo albums, and I found a picture of, there he is, my little grandson, holding his Cabbage Patch doll, all proud. So there he was, and in that grade 6 year, all the girls and their dolls decided they wanted to have one big day where everybody, all the classmates, brought in their Cabbage Patch dolls to share with everyone. And so they did. And again, just so you know, I'm not fibbing anyone. Here they are. Here's all the dolls that all the classmates brought in. And Mostly all were girls except for Ron, and Ron brought his little doll in. It's right there in the middle of the pack. And so he was so happy. I remember he was all excited to be able to bring in and his Cabbage Patch doll and the birth certificate and share the name and the color of the eyes and the color of the hair with all the other classmates and stuff, and take pictures and everything and share stories. So Ron was all happy, and he came home that day after school, and I was there when he shared it with his parents. But we could tell something was bothering little Ron. Even though he was very happy, we could tell something was bothering him. And I guess towards the end of the day, I guess a few of the boys made fun of Ron out in the recess, and were picking on him a little bit for bringing his doll to school. And so shame on those boys. I mean, just because Ron was in touch with his feminine side, and to be honest, I think he was on to something, because he was very popular with the ladies that year. So I think some of the little girls really appreciated that. So maybe he had something. So maybe that's why the boys were very jealous of him. But no, we were very proud, so we had to cheer Ron up a little bit. So we just told him that, you know what, be proud of what you've done and everything, and don't be ashamed of it. So we were able to let him know, and I think we helped him get over that, and made him feel proud just the same of his little Cabbage Patch doll. So again, that's just it stood Ron apart growing up from some of the rest of the boys, and that's why I felt that was a nice story to share with everyone. And I hope Ron really appreciates the fact that I share that story with everyone as well, as I'm sure he will. So that's it. Let's hope we get a little warmer weather this weekend. It was a little nipply for me, and it was very windy the other day too. I came out of the apartment with all my safety gear on, and the wind was so hard it just about blew my tits away. So, boy, oh boy, they gotta be tied down sometimes. So everyone be safe, and I'm gonna get dressed back up with all my safety gear so that I can make my way back in the apartment without anybody judging me. So you all have a great time, and let's pray that Ron will get over this little flu bug, and that he'll be back and ready for next weekend. Toodaloo!